Welcome to all of you in this new video. This is the part 2 of MCQ questions on basics of engineering graphics. In this video, I am going to cover the 10 basic questions regarding the basics of graphics. Similarly, in the part 1 also, I have covered the basic questions. The link for that part was today's content. The first question, in aligned system of dimension, the dimensions may be read from. Okay, so let's have the option. The first option is bottom or right hand side hand edges. Second option, bottom or left hand edges. Option C, only from bottom. Option D, only from the left. Okay, so to give the answer for this question, let's have the look on the particular diagram so that it will be somewhat clear to us what is the exact meaning of this question. In aligned system, the diagram is showing the aligned dimension methods. You can observe the horizontal dimension and vertical dimension, the way of representation. And in this dimension system, the dimensions may be read from. Okay, if you are going to observe this, the horizontal dimension is easily readable from our direction, and generally it is called as it is easily readable from the bottom side. But when we are going to read the vertical dimensions, it is not easily readable from our direction. It's we are going to observe it from the right hand side. Okay, so the correct answer for this question, the option A, bottom or right hand edge. Okay, now the next question. The scale on which the drawing is prepared is need to be mentioned on the drawing sheet. The options, it is true or false. Okay, so let's have the look on the drawing sheet title box, where we are going to mention some information that is nothing but title of the drawing and the somewhat description regarding the diagram, and in that we have to mention the scale also, means by using which scale we are going to prepare the sketch. Okay, or we are going to prepare the diagram, so it is necessary to mention the scale on the drawing sheet. So the option A is correct, that is, it is true. Now the next question, the continuous thick line is used for, as per the types of the line, different type of lines are there. Out of that, the continuous thick line is useful for which purpose, or it is used for which purpose? Let's have the option. The option A, visible edges. Option B, visible outlines. Option C, line of cut. Option D, section arrows. And option E, all the above. Okay, so first of all, we have to understand the purpose of the continuous thick line as per our theoretical concept or theoretical information, and with the help of the diagram we are going to understand that the continuous thick line is going to represent in the in somewhat way. Okay, somewhat thicker line is there. Okay, and as per the theoretical information, the continuous thick line is mostly useful for visible outlines, visible edges, line of cuts and section arrows. Okay, so as per the information from the reference books, you can observe the type of line, description and general application. There are a lot of applications of the continuous thick line is there, but which are given in the option as a question, you can observe. So from that you can easily understand, or you can mention the all the four types which are mentioned here. They are useful. The continuous thick line is useful to represent all these four. So the correct answer is all the above options are correct. Now the next question, the question number 4. Hatching lines are represented by which type of line? Okay, generally the hatching lines are used to show the sectional views, and it is having somewhat incline in fashion. That is actually it is represented by 45-degree inclination line. So let's have the look on the options. The hatching lines are represented by which type of line? The option A, continuous thick line. Option B, continuous thin line. Option C, dashed line. Option D, dashed dotted line. Okay, so if you are going to observe, the way of representation of hatching line is nothing but either right side inclination, it is having the 45-degree towards right side, or left side inclination. Okay, in this way, right side inclination or left side inclination, but it is having the 45-degree. And the one more additional thing is they are represented with equal distance, equidistance, or the distance between the two lines should be same throughout the representation. So to represent that type of line, generally the continuous thin lines are used. Okay, so the correct option, the option B, that is continuous thin line. Now the next question, question number 5. Long dashed dotted thin line is used to show. Okay, long dashed dotted thin line is used to show. Let's have the look on the options. Center line, line of symmetry, pitch circle of the holes. First of all, let's understand the question. The long dash dotted thin line, that is nothing but somewhat similar, nothing but a center line actually. If you are going to observe in the diagram, the generally the circle is there. At that place we are going to represent the center of the circle with the center line, which is vertical and horizontal one. Okay, this is the reference diagram. Okay, and similarly if you are going to observe the top view of the diagram, in that the symmetric structure about the line, that line is also nothing but a center type of line, but actually it is called as a long dash dotted line. Means as per the options, the long dash dotted line is useful to represent the center. Then it is used to represent the line of symmetry also, means for symmetric structure representation. The third option is given peace circle of the holes. Okay, for that the next diagram is useful. If you are going to observe here, some small circular holes are there which are having the diameter 10. 6 holes are there which are represented at an equal distance from the center point. This is the center point, and to represent the proper position of these circles which are represented here in 6 numbers, to represent their center line, that the line which is used, it is nothing but the peace circles. Okay, the peace circle radius, the dimension for circle radius must be lead by. Okay, the dimension for the circle radius must be lead by. You can observe the options. The option A with the help of capital R, option B with capital CR, option C with capital SR, or option D capital RAD. Okay, so out of these 4, which one is useful to represent the radius for the circle? Now here don't get confused. Regarding the circle, generally we are representing the diameter, but here they have mentioned for representing the radius of that circle. Okay, so we will take the reference of the diagram for understanding it in a better way. In this, you can observe in the top view, you can observe the circle is there which is having the diameter 30 mm, and similarly the semicircular structure is also there which is having the radius 30 mm. Okay, now from this it is easily understood that the radius of a circle, okay, it is represented by capital R, which is lead. Means initially it has to be write down R, and then the how much value is there. R30 is nothing but 30 mm radius for that semicircle is there. Okay, so the correct option for this question is nothing but option A, that is capital R is used. Now the next question, question number 7. The continuous thin line is used to represent. The continuous thin line is used to represent. Here are the option: dimension line, extension line, ladder line, or all the above. Okay, just have the look. This is nothing but one type of line. This is the second type of line, and easily you can observe as per the representation or as per the structure. The first line is the continuous thin line, and second line is the continuous thick line. Okay, and as per the information, as per the theoretical information, the continuous thin line is mostly useful to represent dimensions, extension line, dimension line, extension line, projection line, ladder line, reference line, hatching lines. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is nothing but option D. Okay, because the continuous thin line is useful to represent all these 3 option, that is nothing but dimension line, it is get represented, extension line also represented with the continuous thin line, and ladder line also. And here also you can observe the another applications for the continuous thin line. So correct answer is answer D, all the above. Now the next question, question number 8. Dimension of a sphere with 70 mm diameter is represented as. Now till now we have seen the dimension for horizontal line, vertical line, circle. Now here they have mentioned for a sphere. Okay, suppose the sphere is having the 70 mm diameter, how it is get represented? In what is the way to represent the diameter of a sphere? Now here are the option. The option A 75 S, capital S. Option B 570, capital S. Option C S 75, and option D S 570. Okay, so to understand the question in a better way, just have the look on the diagram so that it will be get clear. Now suppose a spherical structure is there which is represented in a 2D diagram. Okay, and the way of representing the diameter of a sphere, it is generally in this way. You can observe S 570, and only the circular structure is there or circle is there. In that case we are going to represent the diameter with the help of 5 symbol 570. But if it is related to the sphere, then the S symbol or capital S we have to mention before the 5, then that is the proper way. Similarly, one more diagram is there. You can observe if a radius is there for the sphere, how that radius is gets represented. Now this is the way by taking by representing the ladder line, and on that we have to represent S, capital S and capital R. S stands for sphere and R for radius. The sphere radius is 20 mm. That is one of the option, or as an example we have taken. So for this question the correct answer is nothing but option D, that is S 570. The correct answer is D. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Now the next question, question number 9. The primary unit of measurement of engineering drawing is, okay, primary unit of measurement of engineering drawing is, let's have the look on the options. Option A, kilometer km, B, meter m, option C, centimeter cm, and option D, that is millimeter. Means the meaning of the question is by the primary unit for measurement of the engineering drawing is nothing but or we can mention, or we can understand in this way also, for drawing, preparing the drawing, or generally in drawing which dimensions are get used. And I think all of you are aware about that, but just you can observe here, always we are going to use only the mm as a unit for measurement or for representation of the diagram. So correct option is D, that is millimeter. And for that you can observe, generally we are writing on the drawing sheet also, okay. If there is no need to mention the unit in each and every dimension in the diagram, for that a common note generally we are writing somewhat below, okay, on the or below side of the drawing sheet, or somewhat beside the title box or above the title box, that is all dimension are in mm. Okay, so the correct option is option D. Now the next last question for this video. The hatching lines are drawn at particular angle. The hatching lines are drawn at dash 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 angle to reference line. That is very important about reference line. Okay, means what is the angle of representation of the hatching lines with the reference line. These are the options. Option A 30 degree, option B 45 degree, option C 60 degree, and option D 75 degree. Okay, so for understanding that way of representation of the hatching lines, once again we will take the reference of diagram. In this, on the extreme right side diagram, you can observe it. This is the sectional view, and generally the hatching lines are get represented in the sections. And here the reference line we will consider the center line, or the continuous line is also we can consider as a reference line, that is a horizontal line. And about that, always the hatching lines either get represented towards right side inclination or left side inclination. In this diagram it is represented towards right side inclination, and it is always having the 45 degree with reference line or horizontal line. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option number B 45 degree. I think all of you understood all these 10 questions, and similarly in the upcoming videos also I will cover the similar type of questions which will increase your knowledge regarding the engineering graphics. Okay, so if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel, please like the video, and please share the video with your friends. Thank you very much for watching the video.